Hey, this is Mr. Ward, and I'm going to talk a little bit about systems 4B where the coefficients do not match. I'm going to focus on the fractions and the decimals. So obviously I can't work this out for you, but I can give you a similar type of problem. Let's see what we can do. Let's say I have 1/3. Okay, I've got 1/3 x. Okay, and let's say plus 8y equals 9. And then over here, let's say I have, I'll say 4x. That's a terrible 4. Okay, and then it'll be, we'll say minus, we'll say 3/5 equals 10. Okay, so probably the easiest one on here to tackle would be to try to get this 1/3 to become a 4. And the way you would do that is you'd multiply 1/3 by 12, because 1/3 times 12 is 12/3, which is 4. And so if I multiplied everything of this top equation by 12, what I'm going to end up with is 4x. I'm going to just make a little arrow going down here. So 4x, that becomes a 4x. By multiplying 8y, 8y times 12, then I'm going to end up with 96y. And then if I multiply 9 by 12, I'm going to get 108. And now I have something that I can do subtraction on. Okay, so now I have something that I can do subtraction on. Now, I can subtract going this way or this way. I think it'll actually be easier to subtract going in that direction because I actually can. So 4x minus 4x will end up being 0x. Let me redo that because that's just not working there. Let me scroll down a little bit so we have some room to work. So I can go 4x minus 4x, and you can do this. It doesn't matter which way you subtract. So 4x minus 4x will be 0x, as long as you keep it consistent. 9x minus negative 3/5 x is going to be 9 and 3/5 x. It'll probably be useful to turn that into improper y. I'm sorry. That's also a y. I didn't write that in there. So it'll be important to probably turn that into an improper fraction. And then 108 minus 10 is going to be 98. And we'll be able to work things out. All right, 9 and 3/5. So 5 times 9 is 45, plus 3 is 48. So that's 48 over 5y. And to get rid of that, we're going to multiply both sides by 5/48. So that'll be 98. And we'll multiply that times 5 over 48. Now, this didn't end up being neat and tidy numbers because I just invented the problem on the spot. That's a 98. Let me make that clear. Times 5 over 48. Okay. Now we can, of course, do a little tidying. If I factor 2 out of 48 and 2 out of 98, that's going to end up being 49. That'll be 49. And that'll be 24. Okay. And so that cancels out. And so y, this is very messy, I apologize. That's why I'm going to circle that. Y is going to equal 49 times 5 over 24. So 49 times 5 is 1 less than 50 times 5. 50 times 5 is going to be 250, so that's going to be 245. 245 over 24. And once you have that, you can work out what x is. That's what y is, and the other will be x. Okay, once we know that, then you can go ahead and replace why with that, and you could sort out the rest. It'll be messy, but it's doable. I'm not going to do the rest of it, but I wanted to give you the basic idea. The essential piece here is that I can turn 1/3 x into 4x because I can multiply it times 12 to get 12 over 3, which is 4. I could also have found something I could multiply 3/5 by to get it to be 8. That is doable as well. So either one will work. So when you're looking at this, you want to think, is there anything I could multiply 1/4 by to make it 5? Is there anything I could multiply 3/4 by to make it 6? Because there is something that will work for those. Now, if I go down to our decimal land, over here, you want to thinking about, is there something I could multiply 0.5 by to make it 4? Is there something I could multiply 0.2 by to make it 1? And there certainly is. Totally doable. I hope that helps.